Hi there. The National Association of Realtors just released their 7 real estate trends for 2021. And in this video, we're going to review those and we're going to see how they relate to real estate here in the Hudson Valley. I'm Joel Craig, your guide to Hudson Valley lifestyle and real estate. In this video, as I said, we're going to go over those trends and how they're affecting us. Near the end of the video, we're going to talk about some statistics for the last quarter of 2020. If you're a buyer, you might be a little depressed. Please don't be. If you have a good realtor, they can help you out. If you're a seller, you're going to be dancing in your living room. So stay tuned for that. So the first trend that the National Association of Realtors has identified for 2021 is continuing inventory shortages. I know that's probably not what you want to hear. It's good if you're going to sell your house, but and we've certainly seen that in the Hudson Valley. Inventory shortages has been one of the big issues. It's what's caused prices to go up. It's what's caused bidding wars, and we're expecting to see continuing shortages throughout 2021. The number 2 trend is the distribution of pandemic vaccines and hopefully an easing of the pandemic conditions which we saw in 2020. National Association of Realtors feels that this is going to boost confidence in the housing market. It's going to free up more people who were considering selling their houses but held off because of the pandemic, and they're looking for a much more normal 2021 in terms of the normal real estate year. And of course, the third trend, which is an unfortunate trend, is we are expecting to see probably toward the end of the year an increase in foreclosures. Once the forbearance ends and the foreclosure moratoriums end, some people are going to lose their homes, unfortunately. It's been a tough year. 2020 was on a lot of people financially. And they were able to hold off due to the moratoriums and due to forbearance, but eventually that's going to come around and going to force some people out of their houses. I would just say that if you're in that situation, if you know that you're struggling to pay your mortgage and struggling to maintain your house, and you don't have any near-term help in the future, that you may want to consider selling in 2021, taking that equity out. It's certainly a lot better than the alternative of being foreclosed on. So you might want to consider that. I've seen way too many people who wait till the last minute. They don't think it's going to happen to them, and unfortunately they do lose their homes. So the good news is it is a strong market, and if you have some equity in your house, you might want to cash out on that in 2021. And number 4 is the low mortgage rates. These are going to continue to drive demand in 2021. We do not see them substantially going up. They may flutter back and forth a little bit as they do, but mortgage rates are still going to be historically low, and it's a great time to either refinance or to downsize, or if you're a new home buyer, to get into the market. So they will continue to affect demand. And the number 5 trend, and that's a big one we've certainly seen here in the Hudson Valley, is the ability to work from home. We think this is going to be a major factor in people moving, especially into our area, the fact that they can work from home all or most of the time. And we've certainly seen that in the Hudson Valley. We've certainly seen people looking for home office space. A lot of people transferring up here from New York City in order to work from home. So that trend is going to continue through 2021 and will be a big factor in the number of people looking for homes here in the Hudson Valley. And the number 6 trend they feel is that in the future, things like this pandemic will not affect the real estate market as much as they did in 2020. Certainly, we learned a lot. We learned how to show houses remotely. We learned the value of 3D tours. And so we are better prepared as realtors, and our buyers are better prepared to deal with this type of situation. And as well, they don't see the major lockdowns as they saw before. We've come through it a little wiser, and they feel that in the future the real estate market will be more normal despite what's going on in the world. And the number 7 trend is affordability is still going to be an issue, especially for first-time home buyers. The prices continue to go up, the inventory continues to be scarce, and it's just going to be tough for a lot of people to get into the housing market. One of the things that may alleviate some of that was the Biden administration has proposed a $15,000 first-time home buyer tax credit to help go toward the down payment. Not a lot of details on that yet, although the definition of first-time home buyer seems to be very liberal in terms of who they include in that. And this could have a big impact if this does come to pass. That could put a lot of first-time home buyers into the market. It will be the kind of the tipping point between renting and buying. If you have 15 grand towards a down payment, that'll make a big difference. So you're ready for those statistics? I hope you're sitting down. One thing to keep in mind is that 2020 is not like the normal year because things got shifted by about 2 months. We had a lockdown early in the year, and so a lot of people forgo putting their houses on the market, and it kept realtors from showing a lot of the houses. So the whole housing market shifted by a couple of months. So these last quarter statistics may be skewed a little bit, but still they're really, really something when compared to the previous year. So I'm going to go through the counties of Ulster, Dutchess, Columbia, and Greene. That's the area that I work in. And here we go. Let's start with Ulster County. In Ulster County, fourth quarter 2020, home sales were up 41.23% over the previous year. Again, that's usually going into the end of the year, things are quieting down. That has not been the case. The average sold price and the median sold price are pretty close, right around 22% over the previous year, up 22%. That's pretty significant. And the average days on market for Ulster County, down 31.9%. And the median days down 43.24%. So properties coming on the market are staying on a lot less. You're seeing them snapped up pretty quickly. They're going for a higher price, and I think that's going to be the theme in all the markets in the Hudson Valley. But let's check them out. So in neighboring Dutchess County, the number of properties sold in the fourth quarter 2020 was up by 27.79%, close to 30% more properties sold over last year. The average price was up 38.36%, and the median price was 24.56%. So again, price is up in Dutchess County, properties sold is up. And the average days on market is negative 7.75%. So they were selling a bit faster in Dutchess County in 2020. Columbia County, where I live, the number of properties sold in fourth quarter 2020 was up 60.14%. The average sold price was up 61.84%. The median price was 26.32%. So that tells me that there were some fairly large properties that sold for a very high amount. When you adjust that for the median, you're down, but still 26% increase in prices sold. The listing prices, in case you're wondering, were up 43.89%. So people are listing their houses for more. Obviously, they know what's going on. The average days on market was down 29.5%. So again, the houses are going much quicker in the fourth quarter 2020. And over in Greene County, the story is much the same. The number of properties sold in fourth quarter 2020 was up 58.64%. The average price was up 51.9%. the median price was around 35%. The listing price is up, again, about 48.04% in Greene County, and the average days on market is down 34.65%. So across the board, you're seeing the prices are significantly higher, the days on market significantly less, and people are pricing the houses higher. So we're hoping that obviously that 2021 will return to a more normal market. Maybe we'll see the prices level off a little bit, but still, if you're considering on selling, it's a great time to put your house on the market. This is Joel Craig, your guide to Hudson Valley lifestyle and real estate, and we'll see you out there.